Right, here's a tough thirds question. The first bit isn't too bad. Root 2 plus root 8 in the form a root 2. Well, root 8 is equal to the square root of 4 times 2. Maybe simplifying a surd, look for square numbers which go into it. 4 is a square number, so the square root of 4 times 2 is the same as the square root of 4 times the square root of 2, which is 2 root 2. So if the square root of 8 is 2 root 2, and you add on another root 2, so the square root of 8 is 2 lots of root 2, plus an extra root 2, means you have 3 root 2's. And then we got a real heavyweight question here. 1 over root 2 to the 9. So 1 over root 2 to the 9. There are lots of different ways of approaching this. 1 over the square root of 2. Right, the square root of 2 as a power of 2 is 2 to the half, yes? If you do 1 over that, that's 2 to the minus a half. So effectively, this is 2 to the minus a half to the power of 9. 2 to the minus half to the 9, you multiply the powers together, you get 2 to the minus 9 over 2. Does that help you at all? I'm not sure that it does. Which would be 1 over the square root of 2 to the 9. Yeah, no, okay. Let's scrap that approach to this. I would say 1 over the square root of 2 to the 9. If you have 1 over the square root of 2, and you multiply it by itself 9 times, what happens? We get 1 over 2, square root of 2 times 1 over root 2. That's squared, then cubed, then to the 4, then to the 5. You don't have to do this, by the way, but I'm sort of doing it to kind of explain how this works. To the 6, to the 7, to the 8, to the 9. Now, when you multiply fractions, obviously, you just multiply all the numbers together. So the top is going to be obviously 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. And it's the bit on the bottom that we're interested in. Now, when we have root 2 times root 2, that multiplies together to make 2. So we can now look at these groups. That is 2. Root 2 times root 2, that's 2 again. That's 2 again. That's 2 again. And there's a root 2 left over. So effectively, we've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16 times root 2. So we get 16 root 2 on the bottom. I hope that makes sense. Right, so having got to the 1 over 16 root 2 bit, how do we then turn it into a number where you've got a whole number on the bottom? This is another standard surd thing. You need to turn a denominator which has a surd into it into a number which has a whole number on the bottom. So how do we get rid of that root 2 on the bottom? The easiest thing to do would be to multiply top and bottom by root 2. If we have 16 lots of root 2 and we multiply that by root 2, we get 16 root 2 times another root 2, and the root 2 times root 2 becomes 2, so effectively we end up with 32. So this becomes root 2 over 32, and lo and behold, we've got our final answer. B and C are 2 and 32. That's a tough question.